Okay, today we're going to learn the halacha of when we say the bracha, the birkas hamazon, we say zimun on the, after the chasana, by the shah brachas, we say שהשמחה במעונו. So the question is, do we say this only by the night of the chasana, the suda of the chasana, שהשמחה במעונו, or we say this by all the shah brachas, with people do throughout the week? And so the details of this halacha. So here's the Gemara in Ksubas Daf Ches. What is it? Rav Ashi ikla lebe Rav Kahana. Rav Ashi, he went to the house of Rav Kahana. Yom Kama, it was a chasana over there. Yom Kama borich kulu. On the first day of the chasana, he made all the 7 brachas. Mikan va'elach. After that, after the first day, he ik upon him chadoshos. If he saw upon him chadoshos, meaning a new person came to the simcha borich kulu. Then he said all the brachas. V'iloi, but if he didn't have panim chadoshos, afusha simcha ba'almo. It's memela. It's not a new thing coming to over here. It's just extending the same simcha. When you have a new person, that's a newer simcha, a new person celebrating, participating in our simcha. But it's the same people. It is still Yemei Simcha, the 7 days, but it's afusha simcha. It's extending the old simcha. Memela. So he only did umevorach שהשמחה במעונו, meaning throughout the 7 days. He only said by the birkas hamazon שהשמחה במעונו, by bench, by zimun, v'asher boro. It's only one bracha. Boro says of simcha. I'm not going to talk about this bracha, why this bracha is exceptional. Maybe another time we'll talk about it. But I'm talking about now. We're going to focus on שהשמחה במעונו. So meaning, even there was no panim chadoshos, it still said during. We see from here how much more if you have a panim chadoshos. So you're making sheva brachas. You're going to say during the zimun שהשמחה במעונו. The Gemara now said, Mishiva at Shloishim, you will see the original halacha of saying Sheva Brachas with the Chosen Kala and Shasimcha B'Moino. Originally, in the Gemara, it was a lot longer than we say today. From 7 days to 30 days, Ben Imamar Lo Machmas Hilula, Ben Lomar Lo Machmas Hilula, Mevarach Shasimcha B'Moino. When he does a Su'uda, people come, whether they come because of the Simcha, whether they come Stamazoin, whether he does it because of the whoever does the Suda, whether they do it because of the Simcha or not. He said, till the 30 days, you're going to say שהשמחה במעונו, if there is panim chadoshos, you're going to say Sheva brachas. Mikan va'elach, he omar lu machmas hilula, if they do it because of the Suda, because of the chasana, let's say the Chosen Kala went out of town to the community, which is that they were not in the chasana, and now, but they covered of the chasana, they're making them a su'uda a month or 2 later. Because of the chasana, you're going to say someone, if it's tam su'uda, they happen to be the chosen v'kala, then you don't say simcha b'moino. If you do because of the chasana, how long? Originally, Zadina the Gemara, for 12 months, if they did it covered chosen kala su'uda, you would say simcha b'moino. Again, it's not enough kamina. What would be the sheva brachas? Because l'maisa the halacha we don't do today. That's what the poskim brings. No, less man the palig on it. Here is the lashon of the tour. The tour brings from the Sefer HaMitzvos. Va'idna orva kol simcha. Now, when the golus we don't have such a simcha. Ve'enu loymar oisu klal achar shiva. So we don't do no sheva brachas, no simcha after 7 days. So mashma from here though, adkan what we learned till now during the 7 days, you say שהשמחה במעונו, even you don't have panim chadoshos, even you're not going to do 7 brachas, but simcha b'mo'onu by bench, by zimun, you're going to say it. Okay, so like this. I saw different minogim. I saw people doing it only by the chasna, by sheva brachas of during the week. Don't say some of them still. We're going to see why there's 2 different minogim. Yeah. Oh, we're going to talk about lamaisa. I'm going to read the Shulchan Aruch. No, you don't need a minute, but I'm going to read the Shulchan Aruch in a minute. I'm just going to, before I read the Shulchan Aruch, I'm going to read the Bach. It's very important. That explains why in some places they don't say שהשמחה במעונו. And according to this Bach, sometimes you're not going to say השמחה במעונו, even by the night of the chasana. You're not going to say sometimes. Here's the Bach says. Bekroke noihagen shebesouda shoysim belel beis mevorchim asher borom. In Kroke, he said they used to do Suda the day after the Chasana. They said over there, Asher Boros Osan v'Simcha, yeah, but v'lo sh'asimcha b'mo'ono. Meaning by Zimun, they did not say sh'asimcha b'mo'ono. So the Bach questioned this, why, where it's coming from. V'hu Tema, it says, if you look in the Gemara, it's, as we said, you could say this up to 1 year sometime, but definitely during Sheva Brachas you could say this. The Gemara says, the Bach answers, he says, I didn't find the Bach says any reason why in Kroka they didn't do this. And don't forget, Kroka was Ir Shumalech HaChamim V'Soifrim. The Ramoisim there, the Bachram there, many big Goinim and Tzaddim were in Kroka. So he says, The reason he says, they used to do the second Suda, look, that was in Krakow like this, in other places, depends, sometimes we do big sheva brachos over here, but it was Suda Ktana, they used to sit together, man, woman, in one room, the kosav b'minhagim, the en mevorchim shasimcha b'mo'ono echadika chashosha dehirur aveira. Any place that could be chashash, hirur aveira, they see man, woman together one table, could be chashash, lav dafka people have hirur aveira, but chashash, hirur aveira, we don't say shasimcha b'mo'ono. What's a simcha mo'ono? The mo'on, where the HaKadosh Baruch Hu is sitting in the fifth rakia, mo'on, who says a simcha b'mo'ono, he's happy over there with our simcha over here. But if you're doing things that bring to hirur aveira, he's not happy. That's why we don't say that when they sit together in one room, they don't say simcha mo'ono. He says, well, it's according to this, if they do the sheva brachos in a setting that's only men, or they have separate mechitza or separate room from men, women, and they're definitely going to say during the week, simcha b'mo'ono. So from here, what we're learning so far, that sometimes even on the first day of the chasana, on the Sudas chasana, you're not going to see if they over there, they all sitting together, mixed tables, and God forbid, who knows, who talks about those chasana, they dance together, that definitely, you can't say simcha b'mo'ono, it's no simcha b'shamayim, we're doing such a simcha, then you're not. So this comes only when such a simcha that Hashem is sameach b'mo'ono, we're saying. But so according to this, if you do sheva brachos, it's many times happen, even in frum communities, they could do it in the same room. So then you could already say, oh, but separate tables, not. So the best thing is you want to do without any shaila. Either have to be a mechitza between men and women or different room, because otherwise you have this shaila, maybe it's chashash, hirur, aveira, then according to this, unless man the palik, nobody like arguing with the bachar, it looks like it's muskam on everybody. If the place is a shaila, in simcha b'shamayim or such a thing, you're not going to say, shasimcha b'mo'ono. And bichlal also there is other minhagim look like today. I know the olam is very much makpid to make sheva brachos every day. Look like in some minhagim they didn't do much sheva brachos. And they brought even one minhag. The Darche Moshe brings this minhag. They're like this. Kosav Mordechai. The end levarach sheva brachos alad yom hashabos. The leken nisuin beloy ktoto. V'dil v'hodrebu kodam brachos mavorchim v'yom hashishi. Ad kam l'shoina. Meaning they only did sheva brachos on Shabbos, not before, because maybe it's that whole chasra they're going to find out was a mekach tois, wasn't a good idea, and they're going to be a lot of merivos. So the whole thing would be bracha levatola. He says, oh, Venira, he explains now. The Darche Moshe explains the Mordechai. The Ma'adir Mokum Shoshim Nachupa b'Yom Vov. Talk about when they did the chuppah on a Friday. But look and come on, then there was Suda Shoshim Kodam Achupa. They used to do Suda Kodam Achupa, which is Lamaisa today. We don't do any brachas Kodam Achupa anyway. He says, "Avak Shachupa b'Yom Dalad b'Yom Hey, Pshita Zimavochen b'Suda Shachar Achupa v'Chen Lo Yihagin." Now he brings. It looks like from some poskim that they did only on Shabbat they did, and after that they didn't do any more. B'chlal sheva brachos. In any case, the point is, I'm not going to now. I know from they say even by in the previous generation by big tzaddikim even they had a sheva brachos only one day in Shabbos. That's it. There's no many today. People do so many sheva brachos. Yeah, any suda done for chos and kala, you're going to share simcha b'mo'ono as long as done in the kosher way. Now legabe, what Rabbi Shlomo asked if we need a minyan for that or not. Here's what the Shulchan Aruch says. Hasoyed beves chasanim. Yeah, I'm going to speak what's not nugea to us because, like I said, b'yomeinu only we're doing after the chuppah and for 7 days. He says, "Mevorach shasimcha b'mo'ono shechalnu mishaloi." By the way, before I go further, I just want to say one more diuk. I know there's different nuschos. Some saying mevorach shasimcha b'mo'ono, some saying mevorach shasimcha b'mo'ono v'she'ochalnu. The ed of vav by v'she'ochalnu. So the Levush says, and many poskim maskim with him. Looks like most poskim maskim to that nusa. Here, niralik shomrim shasimcha b'mo'ono she'ochalnu yomar she'ochalnu b'levov. Don't say she'ochalnu v'she'ochalnu. Yeah, she'en lo inyan. אבל בלוי וו וכי פירושה נבורך את מי שהשמחה במאוינוי והוא השם יזבורך we're going to bless him נבורך שהשמחה במאוינוי we're blessing השם יזבורך אל שאוכלנו משלוי so it's not a ושאוכלנו משלוי we're blessing him that he has a simcha now in his moin okay now it's like this so that was just like I said derech agav the nusach habracha there's still some saying ושאוכלנו even though for most poskim mashma, that's the maskim to the levush to that nusach something which Shulchan Aruch shechalnu not b'shechalnu. Anyway, then it's like this. V'chem suda shoysim mos achar anisuin machmas anisuin. If they do it because of the simchas chos and the kava machmas anisuin, It says, Achnemos Torchid Mavarach Shashimcha b'mo'ino, v'ha'idno, that's from the Sefer HaMitzvos, the Orba called Simcha, and Mavarachim Hashimcha ela b'zaynim ya mishter. Yeah, it says like this, the Gabai Dominion. So the Chelkas Mechoykek and the Beis Shmuel, they're saying, v'davka shesuadim imoy achayrim. Meaning it's even, you could say this even with the three people, but not with Bnei Beiso. If it's Bnei Beiso, if nobody came from outside, then it's not such a simple b'mo'ino. But if anybody else come, you're going to say now. Yeah, but, and by the way, maybe I skipped that. That's important. The Gabbai Dominion. That's the logic to Shulchan Aruch. So see from here, even without dominion, you're going to say this. However, it have to be somebody came for as a covered chasan kala over here. If you just b'nei beisoy, if you didn't just b'nei beisoy, then you don't say shasim. So according to this, they summarize the halacha. Any suda during the 7 days, especially if there is somebody came not just b'nei beisoy, doesn't say panim chadashos. Doesn't say panim chadashos. We'll see this from the Gemara. You're going to say shashimcha b'ma'oinoi. If it's only b'nei beisoy, you're not going to say this brachot have to be somebody from the outside. And also we see from here that if there is something that you have a reason, like chash aveira over there, you don't say shashimcha b'mo'ino. So according to this, even on the first night of the chasna, possible not to say shashimcha if the chasna is mixed sitting over there, or chadu shalom, like I said, mixed the dancing, definitely you're not going to say shashimcha. You say shashimcha b'mo'ino when there is a real simcha al pi Torah, simcha done b'kedusha, then we'll say during the 7 days shashimcha b'mo'ino.